gentlemen, welcome to another episode of Funny Stories with...
Yeah. What's up, Tom? You
What's
got
happening?
this? Huh?
What's happening?
Oh, I thought you was telling me to stop. Wow.
This is your show. You can do
No,
whatever the fuck
I
you
thought
want.
something that happened. I thought I heard like whatever. But anyway, look who we got in the building. What's up, Yvonne?
Hello.
Yeah. So here's what had to happen, Yvonne. Say what's up to the people. Tell everybody who you are. Tell them
Hello.
your name, everything.
My name's Yvonne. I've known Ocean for about 8 years, and I have a funny story, but
Are you going to tell the funny story?
I am going to tell our funny story.
What is the funny story about?
When we met.
It was about when we met?
Yeah, when we met.
Okay, but so listen, so here's what I was doing when I first, when Kristen decided that she didn't want to do the show anymore because she had other pressing things to do. I was looking for a co-host, and I was like, yo, you got to come and do this show because you beautiful, gorgeous, Latin, body out
Thank you.
the woodwork. People aren't going to understand how much body you got. So can I just tell a little funny thing that happened on the way here?
Yes.
All right. So we went to Pink Taco, me, you, and our guest
Yes.
that is going to be on the show. We was just all hanging out. And as we were walking to the car, this car you walk to your side of the door, open up the door, and this car drives by and comes to like a complete halt in
Stop.
traffic. And this gay dude just gets out the window and was like, bitch, look at that ass, bitch. Oh my God.
Sorry, this just happened right
Just
now.
happened right now. That ass is crazy, bitch. I always want the confidence of a gay dude. I want the confidence of a gay dude and a big sister. They can have the best confidence in the world. And this dude just jumped out and was like, bitch, look at that ass. So I said now the new criteria for anybody who does this show, because Chrissy last week, yeah, she has titties and ass too. So I said the criteria to do this show is you got to have titties and ass and a beautiful face.
I think I have that.
You have that? You made it. Give it up for that. All right, you want to tell your funny story? Because you said you had a funny story. How did we meet? All right, so if you don't know, here's what you don't understand. All right.
Go ahead.
Me and you dated like 8 years ago.
Yes, 2012.
22. God.
Yeah. Right about this time because it was Lakers playoffs.
It was
season.
Lakers?
Yes.
What? No, it wasn't around this time because it had to be around
Lakers were
May,
playing,
June
yeah.
because the Lakers were
Basketball.
playing, and I'm a huge Laker fan.
Yes, you
And
are.
you live in, you were in Upland.
Yep.
Okay, so you want to tell the
Inland Empire.
Inland Empire. So you're going to tell the story on how it went down?
Yeah. So
Okay.
we were at El Torito, and it was packed in there. Me and my girlfriend, first night out.
Uh-huh.
Haven't been out in 10 years.
Right. And they both had ass. Go ahead.
Yes,
All
we
right.
do. And so he was sitting at a table by himself, and I told my friend, go ask that guy if we could sit with him. We sat with him. He's like, yeah, talking to us. Exchange numbers. He's like, can I give you my number? And I was like, I told my friend, no, you can give her your number. So she got his number, and he says, what are you guys doing? I'm having a show up the street, Ontario Mills, and we were going to a bar down the street. So then Ocean's like, well, I'll meet you there after. And I'm like, oh, okay. Like, okay. So we went, and next thing you know, he shows up, and I'm telling my
Okay,
friend,
well, let me just say this.
there's that
Both
guy.
of these girls had amazing body. Fellas, have you ever been in a situation where you run up on two girls, right, and you're just like, I don't know who I'm going to choose. They both hot as fuck. They both got major body. I don't know who I'm going to choose. I can say this to you now
Yes,
because we
yes,
cool.
yes.
But all I was thinking in my head, so this is how it's funny. Like I'm in my head thinking like, damn, who is going to let me have sex with them first? Because that's how I never told you this. Right? So I was like,
You would have never guessed.
I would have never
No,
guessed.
I would have never guessed that.
So I'm just like, okay, which two? But they both are just incredible. So I'm just like, all right, I'm just going to sit here and try to see who gives me the best vibe. because I never asked for anybody's number or back. I was just like, you guys sitting there, we having fun. And then finally, you were smiling a lot more and talking to me a lot more. So I was like, let me get your number. And then you was like, oh, no, you can give my girl. So I'm like, well, damn, they must have already discussed it. So I'll take the other one. I mean, I'd rather have you, okay, but I'll take the other one. Is 1A, 1B, right? Bam, okay, then now go ahead. How's it finish?
So we're talking throughout the night, and then Ocean starts with, oh, gosh, I have to drive to L.A. It's so far. And me and my girlfriend had a hotel like right across the street or something. And he's like, it's so far, you know. We've been drinking. Ocean was buying us shots of tequila. We were just like feeling good. And I'm like,
absolutely.
Mind you, I never met him before ever. And I'm like, oh, you can come and stay with us in our hotel room. And my friend hit me like this. She goes, are you crazy? I go, he's really nice. He can come stay with us. We have that little chair he can sleep on. So
right after that, when she said that, I immediately like, yes, I will come. Is there, I think I might have asked, is there 2 beds or 1? Which one is it? You're like, it's 1 bed. I'm like, yes. So automatically in my head, I'm like, this shit is going down, right?
Yes.
Go ahead.
Yes.
Right.
Yes, you thought that, right?
It's going down. Fellas, you guys ain't understanding. It was too... I mean, it was great. I was like, oh, yeah, they see me on stage. I'm buying these shots. It's everything. They loving me. It's going down.
She fell for it.
She
That's
fell
what
for
you
it.
were saying. She fell for it.
So then what happened?
So, of course, we had to stop at Del Taco.
Of course, because I saw
we
like...
know Ocean loves Del Taco. So we get to the hotel. He's eating. He lays on the couch. We get in bed. We're, hanging and turn the lights off. And I'm like, oh, poor thing. I just looked at him and he was laying on that couch with his jacket. And I'm like, oh, that's sad. You can come lay in the middle of the bed with us.
Right. So, okay. Here's the thing. All right. So when we get into the room, it's a couch.
Yeah.
And so here's what we failed to say is her friend is black.
Yes.
So her friend was like, nigga, you could sleep on the couch. And I was like, okay. Like, I'm like, damn. So I go sit on the couch. And then Yvonne is like, no, that's bad. You can come sleep in the middle of us. And your girl is just like, what the fuck?
If looks could kill that night, she wanted to kill me. Like, you invited him to sleep in the bed with us.
Did I get to cuddle with any of you guys?
No, you laid there like this.
I did lay there.
And you didn't move.
And didn't move, because let me tell you why again.
You were such a gentleman.
I was a gentleman. I'm a gentleman, 1. But 2, guys wait for the signal. So if maybe you rub my leg a certain way, I would have pulled my dick out. But you didn't, and she didn't, so I was just like...
We both turned the other way.
You guys both turned the other way. I was
Good
like,
night.
damn, this fucking sucks, and I just went to sleep. But it was a great thing. We were in a relationship for how long?
Yeah.
At least...
It was like around 8 monthts.
8?
No,
really?
Longer.
Okay, I thought it was longer than that. I was about to say 2 years.
18 months.
You went from 8 months.
18 months.
To 18 months. You must go. Do you have a boyfriend now?
No, I don't.
Okay, I was about to say, your man is going to be watching this.
Yeah.
And you was about to be like,
No.
well, I'm just, my ex for like 8 months. I'm going to go just do this little podcast and stuff. So
No, I didn't have to tell anybody this
That's
time.
a funny
Yeah,
story.
it was.
That was a great story.
I mean, nowadays you can't ever invite somebody back to your house. Or
You happen to get lucky.
I sure did.
Because I was just a nice guy, and I only want consensual sex. So
there was no consensual sex that night.
There was no consensual sex
No,
that
there wasn't.
night, but it was a lot of consensual sex for the next 18 months.
Yes.
So, well, this has been fun.
So here we are.
Here we are.
8 years later.
Body still on 10.
Thank you.
Exactly. How do you keep
I work out every morning.
You work out every morning.
Yes.
You really do.
Yes. I'm going to start calling you at 5.
Because you wake up at 5.
I wake up at 4 and work out at 5.
Damn.
So when I'm done, I'll call you.
Right
Say,
away.
get up. Wake up, Ocean.
How is that? Is that cool going to the gym? You do a gym or you do like a
I do
fitness
a circuit training.
A circuit
It's
training?
a boot camp. Yes.
Hey, this is great.
Yes.
All right, so that was the end of the entertainment.
Thank you.
That was good. You have fun.
Yes.
Yes,
loved
I'm
it.
so
Thank
excited
you.
that you did it. I'm so
Cheers.
cheers. Okay, so the way it works now, you're gonna walk that way, and then our guest is gonna come
Without
on.
tripping, hopefully.
Wait, hold on. But before that, we're gonna bring in our guest, and don't fall.
Yeah.
All right, that's what you said. Don't fall. She's gonna go that way, and then we're gonna bring him in. And then it's going to be just a great time. I appreciate you coming.
Thank you.
But you're still going to be on the show.
Yes, I'm going to
Still going to be on the
I'm
show.
not
Just
gonna miss it.
right there.
Okay.
You can, of course, chime in. Look at her body, too, on the camera. It was great. Did you see that? Okay, cool. If you guys could have seen her friend, too, her friend's body was just as great as well. I had a hard choice to pick, but I picked Yvonne, and we have been relationship 18 months, but good friends ever since, correct? Yes. And I love you. I appreciate you doing this. Sure, that's right. You got to get on this microphone, pull that microphone a little bit closer, or you come a little closer so that the good people can hear you in podcast land. You got to put it up to your mouth and everything, right? Can you hear? All right, cool. Perfect. All right. Well, here's that time. I'm super, super excited for this guest. I used to do this podcast about 2 years ago, and I would just do it on my little phone and didn't like film it or anything. And it would just go on like just a little podcast site. I forget the name of it, but it would just go on this podcast site. And I did about 5 episodes of it. And this was one of my best friends who came and did it. And he told a great Michael Jackson story on there, and it was incredible. And then I'm just like, I gotta have you on the new improved podcast. I can't say enough about this dude. Tom, you were talking about overly handsome dudes. This is one of these overly handsome dudes. He is a lead singer in his rock band, Oz. I love this dude. He's super talented, super funny. I need everybody to start clapping for my good friend, Adam, y'all. Adam, make some noise. Adam, what's up, baby? Get in here.
That was a fucking intro.
That was an intro, right?
That was an intro. I feel way prettier than I am.
I know. Pull the microphone to your mouth.
Telling everyone how good I am. I'm sitting over in the corner watching the light cascade off my eyebrows. I can see them and shit. I got the eyebrows of like a Hungarian warlord. Talking about how attractive I am. I can just see my shit.
What's good, man?
I'm chilling. I know exactly how you made it into that bed, too. You rolled over in them full Puss in Boots eyes. You were like, like, no, I'm fine here. Yeah, I know exactly how that is. But I'll say this. You are a good dude because you mentioned waiting for the sign. Because apparently for a lot of dudes, some signs are like, well, she's breathing.
Right, exactly.
She wouldn't be breathing like that if she didn't want me inside her.
Exactly. Listen, I was a nice gentleman. I was just like, you know what? I really had, and this is no slight on you because you know I'm telling the truth. Her friend is gorgeous too, so I had a hard time in my head. You know how it is. We've all been in situations where there's more than one girl, and you're like, damn, which one am I going to have the least problems with?
But you want to know what, too? I'll say this. That's why I love you as much as I do and we have such a connection is because, like, for all the raunchy and ridiculous shit we talk about and do, like, at our core, we're gentlemen.
Right.
Like, we're, like, actually a gentleman. Like, I love being a gentleman. I love saying please and thank you. And
right.
My chick now, I went on almost 5 dates without even, like, leaning in for a kiss. And she was just finally like, had to get all gazied up and go after me. So I'm like, look, there's a couple things. One, I need to wait for the sign too. But I mean, in the current climate and everything, I need a fucking written affidavit.
You do.
If you want me to initiate some shit,
right?
Let me get my lawyer on the phone. Then we'll go after it. But no, it's the same thing. I enjoy making people feel comfortable and not, especially in a dating environment, I enjoy being a gentleman.
That's great. So how long have you been with your girl for? How did y'all meet? That's one of the that's what I always wonder. Because your girl is beautiful.
She is.
She's a beautiful girl, and I met her at like I had seen pictures. You know, you see pictures and you're like, hopefully she looks like that in person. I don't want to tell my friend that she doesn't look like. But when I met her, she was tall. I'm like, damn, Adam
she is tall, bro. I'm not used to being the little spoon. I just curl up in her at the end of the night. Just, come here, little man.
right.
But no, we met on. Speaking of that, I mean, we met on the greatest dating app of all time. It's I don't know if you've heard of it. It's called Instagram.
Oh, that is a great app.
I say this. I got my dog and
Beef.
Yeah. Sir Beefus McWellington.
Exactly.
And I was just posting pictures, and then she commented on it. I was like, "Gotcha, bitch." Took it. Gotcha. But then, I was nervous because when I showed up for the first date. It's like, bro, let's be honest. I'm like super attractive from like 1.5 angles. And those are the only ones you see me on. Sticking my jaw out, like fucking compensating for my overbite and all my shit, Right. And you get me, I'm like,
right. Exactly.
This is me. Drink me in, sweetheart.
Listen, when I was on dating sites, right, girls would be like, oh my God, you never smile. And I'm like, yeah, I don't want you judging my teeth. You gonna see my good poses first.
Yeah, but you wanna know what? I'll say this. I did a counterintuitive, because at the time, you always hit me right when I'm getting out of rehab, too. I think I've been in rehab more times than I've been in love at this point in my life.
You're a rock star, dude. You do shit.
That's fuck, bro.
You go to rehab.
I got no shame. I got no shame. I'm a work in progress.
I think you talked about that on the last podcast. Here's what you do, so that people can hear that other podcast, because it was actually super great.
Yeah.
You just couldn't see the visuals, but just go to Apple Music, is on there, and you can go back and just look up Adam's episode, and it's fucking amazing. He talks about Michael Jackson, everything.
So when we went on our first date, I was literally in a sober living house, and I've just had so many crazy things happen in my life through just the happenstances of the universe beyond my control. And the year leading up to me going into rehab, I lost my business to some crazy guy who was going to buy my business. Then he got in Me Too'd, and it was a tumultuous year. So at the current state of affairs and franchise tax board shit, I went from having my own place in Malibu, my new car, which is all the shit you see on Instagram, to literally being on a sober living, sleeping on my parents' couch, having $5, right? So she hits me up. She's like, I've since recovered. I'm back. I'm fucking back. Don't you doubt me.
Exactly.
Fucking dare you. I hear what you're thinking. Fucking
exactly.
Anyway, so she comes out the first date, we sit down, and she sits down, a classic first date linger. She's like, do you want a drink? And I was like, how do I answer this? And I was officially, it was the first date, so I was gonna be like, nah, I don't feel like drinking tonight. But I was like, actually, I'm an alcoholic. Actually, can't drink at all. Actually, if I did, we'd probably wind up falling off the pier, and I'm broke, and I live with my parents, and I'm almost 40. Brat, brat. Just hit her with it. And then I just sat back, and I was like, and she's like, okay, cool. So just tacos then? And I was like, all right, fine. Away we go.
Yes.
That's the winner right there.
Yeah.
And then you guys have been together for how long ever since?
We've been together almost 2 years now. It's a year and a half, and she is the most perfect human being I've ever dated. I've just realized that I'm imperfect. Right? My brain just works in mysterious ways. Big shit. We were talking about this. Big shit doesn't, but hypothetically, she could come in and be like, look, I cheated.
Right.
And I'd be like, you know what? The heart is such a weird thing, and sexuality, and our souls are on this journey. I think we can make it through. But when she comes in, it's like, honey, will you take out the trash? I'm like, I think this has run its course. I don't know if I can do this anymore. Fucking pin me down. But no, I couldn't. She's
so funny.
She's fucking, she's hands down the best thing that ever happened to me.
That's what's up. I wish she was here. I was asking you and saying I wish that she came.
Yeah.
But it was she didn't and all that.
Yeah.
So your week has been great. How's everything been going? How's your sober living and everything happened?
Oh, I'm out.
I know you're done with that.
No, yeah, I'm out now. So I'm back. I was doing good, and then the lockdown happened.
Right.
And then, you know, it was for the first week of the lockdown. I was like, this is it. This is my opportunity. I was doing fucking calisthenics. And I was like drinking kale smoothies. And then like, you know, then my business totally went under and my band was booked in all these major festivals. All that went away. And then I was like, I'm going to fight through it. And then I was star wiped to week 2 and I'm just eating crushed Doritos off my chest like some deranged badger. I start packing the weight on. And then I was like, you know,
good, though.
I've since shed the titties. I've shed them right off. Well, that's the thing. I had a full meltdown. You know, I drank my face off and did some weird shit. Then I went back in the sober living. Shout out to Riviera Recovery. Hey, if you are struggling with addiction, Riviera Recovery is the place to you. I'm serious. And then if you're struggling with sobriety, maybe drop a couple hits acid. You got to make the decision for yourself. I can't do it for you.
You had told me the story about the last time. We could kind of revisit, like the last time, the reason why you went into.
Oh yeah.
Like what happened? You were like out. You were drinking. You said you woke up somewhere. You didn't even.
I was drinking. I was going to bail my friend out of prison, or jail, and that didn't work out. So obviously we got pictures of margaritas at a Mexican restaurant.
Obviously.
And then this is it. The sun was up. I was in the valley, and then nothing. And then I just wake up to like. I'm like, what the fuck is that? And I just felt the flashlight cascading across my skin. I'm like, oh, this is not good. My friends do not own flashlights. My friends do not come this well equipped. And then I'm searching with this eye because I know they're on this side. I'm like, where the fuck am I? And I did not know. And it turns out, I blacked out driving my car, and I just decided, I guess, to pull over and take a nap, and in my professional alcoholic drug addict mind, I had the wherewithal of getting in the passenger seat and removing the car keys so I couldn't get rolled for a Dewey. Right. And I'll say this, I can laugh about it now, but right. Definitely like, you know, there's nothing lighthearted about taking your life and especially other people's lives in their own hand. I made it out of that by the skin of my fucking teeth. Right. And I was so glad about it. And then I woke up the next day and I checked myself into some shit. But my old man's face when he had to come and pick me up, bro. My dad's a lot like me. It's like my dad's a lot like me. I'd kill somebody and be like, "We'll figure this shit out. Just relax." But if I don't take the trash out, he's like, "What the fuck?"
It's so funny what you were talking about. You were talking about how. You had lost it all, gained it all, lost. Because I remember you were on that show, the Dating Before Your Girl. You was on the dating show.
Millionaire Matchmaker. As the millionaire.
As the millionaire. So he was rich as fuck. And as the millionaire. Yeah, you watched that show?
I wasn't officially a millionaire. They had like tallied up, like I owned a large percentage of this company that I started that was doing very well. Okay. And but so just for the record, but that was a fucking crazy experience just because I knew nothing about it going into it. Right. And then the night before I decided to watch an episode, and I don't know if you've seen an episode, but that woman who is the host is a monster.
Is she? Like,
do
you like her?
Yeah.
You like her? You don't like her?
She just chews people up and spits them out.
She's what, Yvonne?
Yeah. She's kind of rude too.
She's rude to people?
Absolutely.
So I just came in and I was like, yes, ma'am. No, ma'am. Whatever you say, ma'am. I'm like, yes. No, you're giving a relationship. You've been divorced 3 times, right? Okay, no, phenomenal. Feed me more of this. Feed me more of this. Your sage wisdom.
So how was it that the girl you had to pick a girl, right?
I picked a girl.
I think that's how the show goes.
Yeah, no, I picked a girl.
Or
but
do they make you pick a girl, or do you get to like how is it?
Reality television is bad actors acting badly. Right. So it's all kind of set up and this or that. It was a funny experience. I'm glad I did it. Funny enough, I actually got the gig because that was like right at the time. You know, Ocean changed my life.
Come on now.
Because I got dared to get up one night at the Comedy Store and do stand-up comedy.
Yes,
and I did it.
Fucking amazing. And
Tom,
this is a true story. He went up on. I was there. I was the headliner of the show or whatever, and He was on stage, and I was just laughing my ass off. I was like, and I turned to the guy. I'm like, yo, who the fuck is this? And he's like, oh no, this is his first time. And I was like, absolutely no way.
And I had
hate
to bring you to my
motherfuckers like
mom.
you.
I had to bring Ocean to my mom for my mom to explain it. And then Ocean was like, fuck, man, well, come on out. Start opening up for me.
Yep.
Super nice thing. But then Super Dick Thing was the second show I ever played. He invited me to some bar in Inglewood where I'm getting wanded. And right before I go on, not the stage, the little floor. We went on to play many killer big shows after that. But it was like my second experience in stand-up comedy. This 6-foot fucking gnarly motherfucker with a face tattoo came on and goes, hey, bro, Manhattan Beach is that way. And I was like,
I told him, I said,
You took him to a bar show in Inglewood?
Yes, I did.
You're a motherfucker.
yeah.
Hey, listen, you want to do comedy? You've done bar shows.
But hey, I
Not
got
my
up on
second show
I
in
know,
Inglewood.
But listen,
I
this
got-
dude was so fucking. He was so funny.
But I got up and I did my first 5 minutes. I was like, fuck it. So my whole first 5 minutes is how I would never want a giant black dick. I'm like, when's the last time the bottom half of your dick were inside anything? I'm like, if you were cold, you wouldn't put on half a sweater. I'm like, I get balls deep in the belly button, man. I'm fucking stoked.
And it was an all black and Hispanic audience, and they loved it. It was amazing. This dude, Tom, I'm literally looking when I was at the Comedy Store, and I was like, this dude is hilarious. It was great.
But
It
you
was a good
nurtured
time.
that, and I had some of the best moments of my life with
Yeah.
you doing that. But
course.
that's how the Millionaire Matchmaker thing came around. Was they saw a stand-up and heard I had a
You gotta
company.
talk into the
Oh,
microphone.
sorry. They saw a stand-up and heard I had a company, and then they reached out, and I didn't even know what I was going to audition for, and then I got there, and I'm like, oh, I don't want this. And I tried to tank the audition, but I was such an outrageous smartass that I guess they.
That's what happens when you're nice looking.
Yeah.
All right, so this is how you know how we do it.
All right.
This is how we do it. We will do a funny. You come on and you tell a funny story that's happened to you in your life, or just anything. Again, go to Apple, go to Apple Podcasts. Type in "funny stories with Ocean." Look up Adam's episode. I think your episode is like 2 or 3, and he tells a great, hilarious story about Michael Jackson meeting him and everything. But now here's another story that you're going to tell.
So yes, and this story is very of the times considering the news that we got the other day, and I'm going to use part of the setup. Excuse me. Oh my God. I'm going to use part of the setup from the other story just because I think it's important to let people know. I grew up in a very rad, amazing, beautiful, but very small town in Florida called Indian Harbor Beach. And some of the best people. I love that place. Is such a special place in my heart. But moving from Indian Harbor Beach to Malibu, California at 13 was jarring, right? I thought we were loaded because we had stairs. I was like, man, we got in stairs, bro. We got a bottom floor and a top floor. Mic drop. Motherfuckers with their one-story bullshit.
Right.
And then also, too, we had no celebrity presences there. Like the most famous sighting you saw is like the guy from Bob's OK Tire commercial. I saw him one time in a food court in the mall eating like a fucking hot dog on a stick like he's people just like us. I can't believe it. Then I came out to Los Angeles, and it was just, it was mind-blowing. I mean, some of the people that I've grown up around and some of the people I bumped in on a day-to-day basis are some of the most famous people. And, the wealth out here was insane because, I mentioned this before. I'll quickly set it up again. But one night, me and my buddy snuck out, 14 years old, hormones raging.
Right.
We snuck out to go meet these girls on a beach and go do a little date on a beach. And they were 14 too. And my friend mentioned this, something like her dad is some oil tycoon or some movie producer or some, I don't know, Illuminati motherfucker. I don't know. But he's so rich. That's what he said. And I'm like, everyone here is so rich. You guys got stairs on stairs on stairs here, right? So we're sitting there and we're talking, and I'm doing the little butt scooch, trying to get close to her, just figuring out how do I get sand down her pants. And and all of a sudden, we're sitting there, and a helicopter passes by, stops, comes back, and starts. And she gets up. She goes, "Oh fuck, it's my dad. I gotta go."
Are you?
And she looks up at the helicopter. She's like, I'm so sorry. And then starts jogging down the beach. And I was like, where the fuck am I? Like, that's a whole other level
of rich.
It's like, honey, Jody is not in her room. To the helicopter. Like nuts.
Right.
So there was this long beach in Malibu called Broad Beach, and what we would do every Friday, we'd save up, everyone would chip in a 20, and we'd get a keg of beer, and we'd drag the keg down the beach. Oh, sorry. Yeah, we dragged the keg down the beach, and Broad Beach is a lot of vacation homes. Not a lot of people live there. So it's houses up on a cliff, long wooden staircases down to these beautiful wooden gazebos that sit on the beach, and they were always empty. So we would just drag a keg down to one gazebo, stop, and I'm not exaggerating, 150 15 to 18-year-olds would just get fucking blackout drunk and just like lunatics, like howling at the moon.
All right.
So we're sitting there, and I'm around the keg, and we're drinking, and I'm carrying on, and my buddy Chris is playing this acoustic guitar, and we hear a shout over our shoulders, "Hey, what the fuck are you kids doing here? This is my goddamn gazebo. You guys can't be here. You're trashing the place." And we look up, and it's Eddie Van Halen.
Oh, shit.
It's Eddie Van Halen. And we're like, oh, my God. And my buddy's immediately like, oh, Eddie, we're so sorry. So we're all kind of starstruck and disheveled. So we start gathering the keg. We start gathering all our stuff. He's like, yeah, man, my wife's sleeping up there. You guys can't be partying down here. It's not even it's private property. And we're like, oh, sorry. So we grab the keg. We start dragging it away. And my buddy looks at me. He goes, bro, I can't believe we just got kicked out of a keg party by Eddie Van Halen.
Right.
We get 2 steps further. He goes, stop. He goes, what the fuck am I doing? He's like, everyone come back. Everyone come back. You can all rage here. You can all party here. Just please keep it down. And just try not to be too loud because my wife's up there sleeping. He was so rock and roll when he realized he was like old man Nelson from next door ruined the party. It broke his soul in half. You could just see it in his face. He was like, never could I be this person.
Right.
And the whole place just erupted. Eruption. The whole place erupted. And it was just one of those scenes from an 80 movie. I think Michael J. Fox cruised by fucking surfing a van. It was nuts. And we were like, hey, come down and party with us. He's like, that's a felony and too far. But you all are minors. But yeah, I just, when he passed the other day, I remembered that story. And, he was definitely an icon, once in a lifetime artist.
Damn,
he revolutionized music. But with the thing that always got me, same way I spent my entire life in a rock band touring around the country, causing just fucking mayhem. And that's why, I've lived next to neighbors who have raved until 6 a.m. when I'm trying to sleep. And I just don't have the bone in me to complain, because when you've lived that life and you've been that outlandish, the idea of shutting it down like that is just, I don't know. I felt a kindred.
He just at his core was just like, damn, I can't do this. I got to let them party. How many kids was down there, you think?
150, bro. Literally, and we were all high school. It was I was in 9th grade at the time.
Who picked the place?
Well,
how did y'all find this place?
So it says it's a long beach, and every 200 yards is a wooden gazebo. Every 200 yards. So we walked down far enough from the main entrance that the cops couldn't see us, and we just randomly picked one gazebo. We're like, we're going to set up here. None of those people, most of those people live in Saudi Arabia. Or they're never there. You know what I mean?
Right, they're never there.
They're never there, which I'm probably giving way bad information on the internet. No, that's in Fresno, actually. Go there. But yeah, we just happened to pick Eddie Van Halen's one. He happened to come down, break up the party, and his heart couldn't take it.
How did he look in person? Do you remember the exact facial expression he had on and everything?
Well, at first I couldn't tell it was rightfully him. I mean, his furrowed brow and just he would just looked upset, right? Because you can imagine it's you're coming down, it's in his backyard.
Right.
But there's 150 strange children in his backyard doing weird shit.
Right.
And and then the second he calmed down, my buddy was like, oh, hey, Eddie. And right when he said Eddie, because I was like, I know this guy, but I'm pretty bad with that. I have walked up to famous people before thinking I just like know them from work. Or vice versa. Like I've run into my buddy from high school like, bro, I love that thing you were in. He's like, what the fuck are you talking about? So I'm just
right.
My brain's just programmed to immediately dismiss face or names.
Right.
Second you tell me
So
your name.
you didn't really know until he said Eddie. That's crazy. How was his house? Was it crazy? Was it?
The thing is, you couldn't even see it. You know what I mean? It was so far up on the hill. It was just like the stairway to heaven. It just literally, it just stairs to a house on the hills. But
Wow.
Yeah.
So he was battling cancer for a long time.
Yeah.
Damn.
Yeah, that's a motherfucker, man. Chadwick Boseman, dude.
I know.
That's some young shit.
Young shit. You were talking about him being
Somehow Vanilla Ice is still
Vanilla-
kicking around.
somehow Vanilla Ice. You were talking about how young he was and how it affected your life. We were talking about it before we got here.
Yeah.
What did you say? You said.
Well, it's funny, now that I'm 39 years old. Like when I was that age,
Right.
if you were 30, you were fucking ancient. You were just made of stone. Like, what was the world like before electricity? You fucking fossil. Now that I'm 39, like when I heard he died and he was 65, I'm like, that's so fucking young.
Right.
He's got so much more to accomplish. When was the last time he was in Italy? I don't know.
That's so true, though.
It is,
I
yeah.
remember when I was super young and like just people like you would think. I remember when I was like, oh, I'm gonna be this age in this year, and it seems so far away, and then all of a sudden it's right there.
Bro. And tell me this. Years go by like seconds.
Like
now.
seconds.
Like seconds.
See,
now.
but listen, you don't have a kid. I have a kid. We have kids.
Yes.
Kids it makes it go by faster.
I can
So you're just
imagine.
like, because they're getting older and you're like, damn, I'm getting older. And it just goes by quickly.
Yeah.
Quickly. This life, that's why you just got to live this life because you just never know.
You
Just
never
having
know.
fun.
You never know, but you lucked out, man. You got that beautiful black skin. You getting younger looking as you're getting older, right? I'm sitting here rubbing Revlon
doesn't
serums
age.
on my eyes every
Don't
morning.
age. Don't age.
Yeah, I got Revlon serums on my eyes every morning. Like I will not go quietly into that good night.
No, listen, that's not. Let me tell you what. I'm going to tell you a secret that I do. This is a
All right.
real secret for this podcast. I put on cocoa butter every single night. That's one, and I don't sleep on my face.
No, he doesn't.
I do not sleep
No.
on my face, so I don't. I never move.
Wait, so break this the fuck down.
Yes,
How
so-
do you not sleep on your face?
So I just sleep on my back.
Yeah.
Right, Yvonne?
Yes,
I
he
just
does.
am like a mummy. I just sleep. I
Pretty
don't turn
much,
my head,
yeah.
doesn't anything. So there is no wrinkles on my face or anything. That's the secret.
So full disclosure, right?
Uh-huh.
Getting personal.
Let's do it.
When I'm on my back though, I kind of snore.
But that's all right.
I snore real bad. Like if I'm petite as shit. I said I'm petite as shit. When I'm on my side, I'm like. The second I roll over to my back, I was like. Bah, bah.
So you tell me you want to look older, worry about your girl getting mad at you for
Oh
snoring.
God, yeah.
So which one do you want?
I don't know, man. That's a trade-off. But I know what you mean because I wake up in the morning, I got that big old pancake face.
Right, and it takes all day to level out. I'm telling you, I don't. And I made a conscious effort years ago to never sleep. Now, it might make me go bald, maybe, I don't know, but I'll take that because I can cut my hair off. So I'll take that. But you still look great, Adam. What are you talking
That's
about?
the point, bro. This is serums, man. Shout out to Revlon. I'm working it. I'm doing the programs, dude.
You shouted out the
Riviera Recovery.
Riviera Recovery.
Revlon.
Revlon.
I'm going to have a makeup and sobriety sponsorship. This is going to be badass.
What was the alcohol choice that you drank when you were drinking?
Oh, man, I'm a beer guy.
A beer guy.
Beer and cocaine. It's like, I always say if you're drinking and not doing blow, that's just irresponsible. Right? If you're drinking and not doing coke, that's dangerous. Because that's a perfect example. The night I blacked out and got the I did, and no coke. No coke. If I had cocaine, different outcome.
And on that note, everybody, that's how you don't black out. It's cocaine.
Narcotics, children.
alcohol.
Narcotics.
Straight from a rocker. That's how they stay away. Adam, this has been amazing, man. I love you
I love
so
you,
much.
man.
Like,
You're my
you don't
favorite
know,
person.
Like, yeah, no, you're my favorite person. And I appreciate you coming on and telling your Van Halen story, which is amazing.
Rest in peace.
Yvonne, did you have a good time?
I did. Thank you, and happy birthday to you tomorrow.
Oh yeah,
Yeah,
it's
Ocean's
my
gonna be 30
birthday
again.
Yeah, it's my birthday. I don't know how old I'm going. I'm just going backward in age, so
30.
it's all good.
There you go.
Adam, tell everybody where they can find you at, and they can see you and all that good stuff on social media.
Oh, yeah,
they can also see your beautiful girlfriend. Don't be trying to get at her. She in love, so don't be doing that disrespectful shit.
If you
all right?
think you can compete with this.
Yeah, exactly. Go ahead.
Band is called Oz, AHZ. Social media handle is Welcome to Oz. My social security number and credit score is yeah. Look, I'll say this really quick side note. I gotta say, dude, big change I've made, and it's been pretty awesome. Is I only go on Instagram like once or twice a week now.
Really?
Yeah, I was going on like 45 times a day.
Right.
I was looking at like 22-year-old sheiks who like fucking cocks have 6-packs of abs driving Lambos, and I was like, why am I sad?
Exactly.
All of a sudden, and then I'm not mad. It's like if you put down the phone and you go into the world, like you realize that like you don't really hear about Trump and Biden and all this crazy shit and like racial tension and hatred and comparison. Like most of the people you run into in life, good hearts, good heads, you know. So
Hey yo, but listen, you put out this song. What was the name of it about social injustice? It was so fucking good.
election year.
Election year. I listened to that at least 20 times because you're just such a talented dude, and you talked about, you know, racism and everything, and just, you know, a lot of times white people don't really understand the privilege that they get.
Yeah.
And and you know, it's great that you understand it. Like nobody is sitting like going, yo, Adam, you just have it and know it. And I really appreciate it as my friend. Like, and I love you. Like, all just like, you know, I've seen you live. I've gone to a full rock show. It's just everything, man. It's just great. And I just like, you know, I love you and I wish you nothing but the success in the world. I can't wait for this world to open back up so you can go back on tour and I can go. I'm not going to do the cocaine.
Nah, neither am I. Neither am I. For the record, I'll say this. For the record, sobriety is the best drug on the planet unless you have some really good MDMA.
Okay. And Yvonne, where can they see you at and follow you at? On your social media.
Oh, Yvonne _Gonzalez.
Yvonne
Thank you.
_
Yes,
Gonzalez.
that is me. With a Z, double Z.
With a double Z. And they can go and see you and everything. And they can see your whole life and body and all that good shit. And beautiful face and smile.
Thank you.
Yeah. All right. Well, you know what time it is. Just make sure you guys subscribe to the channel, either on YouTube or you can subscribe on Apple Podcasts. Funny Stories with Ocean. If you want to see everybody, go to the YouTube. But please make sure you subscribe, like, comment, share with your friends. That's how we're getting bigger and bigger. We have great guests like this. Come on. Again, thank you guys for coming out, and we'll see you guys soon. Tom, get out of here, baby. Peace.